Hello, collective. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel, Patience with Spirit, your psychic intuitive host of Spirit News podcast on Spotify, where we teach you about your non-physicalness with my co-host, my own spirit team, the Guild of the Golden Triangle, always here with me, helping me, guiding me, teaching me in real time how to develop my own psychic gift. That's why I do these collective reads, to help develop my psychic intuitive gift, and it's been really fun. I'm the collective detective on the case. Just seeing what I pick up, what I tap into, what spirit wants us to know, or what someone might need. Grace, what someone needs to find out from a higher perspective. I have asked Archangel Michael to come protect us in our bubble of love and light. So please, let's tap in. Let's see who needs to get a higher perspective of their linear view, their situation. What kind of guidance can we give, and what kind of perspective can we give to help you out? I am here to be of service, in service to the one, in service to the all. King of coins in reverse. So somebody who's not in abundance right now. Backsliders. Backsliders. Look, it's on a back, but it's upside down. Backsliders, Spirit says. Yeah, someone's backsliding down a muddy slope. What's going on? Let me know. Tell me what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? Tell me what's going on. I love you so much. I got a tickle in my eye. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Excuse me. Ooh, popping out. Oh, damn. I got 6 of swords. Huh. Well, if someone's backsliding in the ship's gone Poseidon on our butts, upside down, that's what that means, like the movie. It's I'm saying the ship's upside down, okay? The ship's upside down, and people are fleeing. They're like, I'm out of here. What is happening? This person's losing it. This person ain't got nothing no more. And I got 4 of swords in reverse. So either what is this saying? I don't know what that's saying. Eight of coins. Judgment reversed. Damn. From what I'm learning, what I have learned, the judgment in reverse means like
9 spirits.
9 spirits could be in judgment, karmic judgment of something. Some kind of ending, slaying of a beast. Someone's pricking themselves on their own pentacles, or the seeds they planted did not produce what they wanted. It produced exactly what they planted. And look at her feet. It monopolized. They monopolized on exactly what they gave out, or what this person gave out. So some kind of judgment for a king of coins and possibly 2 others. A wolf who's Dunzo. It's in reverse, so this could either be in the future, in the past, or like it just happened, so it's like in the past, or it's happening in secret. But this one's not happening in secret. This one's happening in front of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 6 people are seeing this feminine energy possibly be reaping exactly what she sowed. And untrammeled. And we got the Judgment card in reverse, which means that it is ongoing judgment. Like it's not gonna happen. It's like happening right now as we speak. Damn. Okay. Well, where to? We'll do these ones. Please tell me why these. What's going on here? Tell me more. Please elaborate on more details of the story. Oh, damn. So a loss, bereavement. I mean, look at this. I think that this wolf will be bereaved. Doesn't look like. Oh, he's hollow. I don't know why I said he. It could be a feminine, but I just automatically said he for some reason. Spirit says it could be the loss of their soul, because Spirit said hollow, so it could be a metaphorical loss, maybe of their soul, or their mind, or their. Please elaborate on what exactly this loss is. Is this metaphorical or physical? Merit making. Loss of goodness, loss of humanness, loss of morality. What? But in reverse. So something that was lost inside of themselves. Shit. How do you lose that? What do you gotta do to lose that? What do you gotta do to lose goodness? To lose humanness. What do you gotta do to do that? Hold on, that's too many. Thank you so much, Spirit. Oh, I'm getting stuffy. Every time I do a read, I get stuffy. It's like some weird thing my body does. I think I need to detox my body. Maybe I'll do some kind of like cleanse, or I gotta research it. I did it twice, which is kind of by accident because I got sick, but maybe I should do like a fast or something. I'm still learning. I'll have to consult my guides in meditation. That's how it's done. That's why it's good to have consultation of your guides, which everybody has. Elijah could be significant. Elijah. Thank you so much for being here with us. Please help us to help you get a higher perspective of linear views. I am a child. Could be a child involved. There is one child in this picture, so the child could possibly be named Elijah. Oh, damn. It's a nightmare. Suffering, darkness, persecution. So something is a nightmare. Something is very not good right now. Something about a loss of goodness or humanness. Now with suffering, awkward, blind suffering in darkness. What? Who's in darkness? Who is it that's in darkness? Oh, you know what? Let me use a different deck now. Why are these people in darkness? What the heck is going on? So far I have a king of coins who's not abundant, and the spirit said backslide, and this one I have is a turtle with something on, with tree on his back, but it was upside down. So somebody who's not abundant. Someone who's not a professional. Someone who's not very good at business or money. Maybe someone who portrays themselves to be, but not really. Where did that card go? Oh. I got astral experiences. What is going on? Between lives? Near-death experience? Out-of-body experience? Post-life review? What? Because this lost card says bereavement, near-death experience. Is someone having a near-death experience? Why? Who's having... Wait, let me read the back of this. Overcoming loss. I cannot make it up. Overcoming loss. Loss. I think somebody's actually died from something, or is dying, or having an out-of-body experience because they're near death. Drowning. Oh my gosh, look, there's water here. What? And was this water too? Let me see. No. On the judgment card. Oh, this could be a husband and a wife. Because Spirit just said wife, and I have a King of Pentacles, and then I have this woman here. What is going on? A disaster. Magic-based disaster of an adult female. Direction. Going in the wrong direction. Or who needs direction, possibly. Well, let's help her. Does she need help? What can we tell her? What kind of messages can we give her to help her find direction? A wife. Spirit said wife. Look, wife right here. And it says wife right here. Wife. Okay, so we're on to something. Come through, Spirit. Come through. Okay. So, let me see here. A wife. A widower. Oh. Maybe her husband just died.
Massive.
Maybe he had a massive heart attack. Huh. The law. I don't know. Maybe someone got arrested and had a heart attack or something and left this woman this feminine energy by herself with a child. But she's strung up like a wolf. She's strung up like a wolf right now, getting tortured by by the loss of a possible husband or lover of some kind. Bereaving the loss of goodness, of humanness, of morality. Currently in nightmares, suffering, darkness, persecution. reaping exactly what was sown. I mean, that's what I get from this picture, that there are others that are fleeing the coop of Kyle could be significant, that are flying the coop because this person, leaving this person behind who planted seeds that didn't grow pentacles of gold but pentacles of thorns, and she's angry. Something about being magic based could possibly be a reason why there's suffering happening, awkward suffering. Possibly the law could be involved now. The law. Possibly this person is going to jail. Let's keep going. Military. Weapons development. Infantry. Navy. Air Force. Damn, the law, the military. What's going on here? Something big, I guess. Feels kind of big. Deceived or betrayed. Forced conversion. A guilty conscience. Prophecy and gifts is the lesson. A grandchild. Huh. So some kind of bomb dropped, or militia formed, or an infantry formed, or some kind of weapons developed against, could be metaphorical, not exactly literal. Weapons developed against, or
several entities.
Several, like a military of people are going to be possibly be going to court about over something. War. I have military and war. Someone formed some kind of weapon of an infantry that developed weapons. A couple who waged war. What? Trauma. A wife. Yeah, a couple. This is a wife and a husband that waged war against someone. Oh, my nose is so stuffy. They waged war and developed a military or a group of people to force conversion, but didn't listen to prophecy or gifts, or didn't take heed of a prophecy or a gift, didn't see a gift, because it says lessons. Oh wait, sorry, wrong one.
Misplacements.
Misplacements. Yeah, sorry, I picked the wrong one. Prophecy and gifts right there. So a magic-based disaster, possibly with a lawyer, judge, law enforcement. Maybe these people formed weapons against something and they used the law to do it, or they waged war by going to the law or something. Yeah, intellectual reverse. Like, it was not smart. It's not something they did that was very smart. Possibly a grandparent is involved. They're possibly having a power trip, blessing his power. Possibly using loss of status or reputation. Yeah, possibly using their status Maybe they have connections to law enforcement or something, or to the military even, and pulled strings for some reason. Elizabeth. Elizabeth could be significant. Excuse me. Pulled some kind of strings with the law, or the laws involved. Oh, look, and at the top of the deck, power. Some kind of abuse of power. Abuse of power. Someone in a position of authority abusing their power. Not using truth or discernment. Possibly a mother. Faith is sacrificial. Trauma, war. Look, and we have the war card right here. So someone waged some kind of war. We also have that. Huh. We also have the non-intellectual card, so I don't know. I feel like I want to say they were. I'll say for the data. I want to say that. The dog started barking. I want to say that someone dabbled in magic. Someone who is not an intellectual, that possibly didn't study deeply magic, and didn't. I'm so stuffy. Didn't know the ins and outs of energy. I'm so sorry. I get so stuffy when I do reads like this for some reason. So they kind of like blindly used it, and I think, or I feel like illness. Like it may have, using magic, if this is true what it's saying, can cause mental illness. And people don't know that when they use it. They think it gives them power and makes them powerful, and it makes them drunk off of power, because it takes a little bit of piece of your soul and it replaces it with a little like puffy cloud, like a little escape. Yeah, it makes you really delusional. So you can definitely abuse the power, especially if you have history of mental illness already, and you start dabbling in magic, not really being aware of all of its complexities, not being a, excuse me, sorry, spirit burps, not being a scholar of it. So I don't know, maybe it waged some kind of spiritual war. I don't know. Why did this person try to plant bad seeds? I'm upset because they were upset. Well, why? That's the thing with manifestation. You can't want something when you're upset. You can't desire something when you're in a vibration of being angry or upset, like this. Like, you can't be like, I want money and I'm gonna get it any way I want it. No, you have to match the way it would feel to have that money in a good way. Not think about what you don't have and be mad that you don't have it and then manifest from that place. Then you'll just get money, but it won't be fruitful, because it wasn't fruitful when you manifested it. You weren't in a fruitful place. You have to match what you want. Duh. No, I'm just kidding. It takes a little getting used to, but that's what we teach you on Spirit News. I think the next thing we're going to discuss is how to speak abundantly. I think that that's so important, and from my experience, from what I'm learning through my spirit guides, the way you speak to yourself on an unconscious level, you have to reprogram that. So the way you naturally speak to yourself is actually abundant, not negative, not always putting yourself down or something, or gossiping or spreading rumors about people, or, so it's not negative. You want the things that come out of your mouth to be
sister,
abundant, to be clear, to be positive, to be loving. And that's what you'll receive back if that's what you're speaking out abundantly. Spirit says sister. I'm upset. So someone's sister could be upset. I have pain, apprehensive, afraid, cautious, elusive, dishonesty, deception, trickery, clarity, truth, intentions, honesty. Yeah, so clarity under judgment. The judgment card is reversed, and I had mentioned before that means that judgment's definitely happening right now as we speak. Lisa could be significant. So clarity under judgment, truth, intentions, honesty tells me that there's a truth that's about to come out because people are under judgment right now. They're going through pain, they're apprehensive, they're afraid, they're cautious because of their trickery, some kind of deception and dishonesty that took place. But the judgment card's here to help bring truth and clarity to a situation, so we can start mending some hearts here, because whatever happened, it's definitely time to start healing. Boundaries. No drawing the line enough. So whatever the situation is, it was a lesson in boundaries and how to draw them and how to say when enough, how to say, sit here, I gotta go, I've had enough. When enough is enough, when you have to draw the line, when you finally are waving the flags and enough, I don't want this. Creating boundaries. So that's the way it works, you guys. You know, we say on Spirit News that you are not human. You are having a human experience. So I know it's hard to understand. People think it's so permanent here, and they fear leaving so badly that they don't realize that they can have anything they want. They live in a very scarcity mindset. So they're always trying to hurt people to get what they want. But little do they know, if they had just waited a little longer, healed some of the wounds, learned the lessons, they wouldn't have to mend anything. They would be perfect. It would clear their field and they wouldn't operate in this manner, you know. It's very elusive. Very elusive, you know. Library. Silence in reverse. Yeah, didn't I say truth is going to come out? Someone's going to break the silence about some kind of war that was waged. Some kind of self-reflection that's going to be, or that needs to be taken now. Whisper. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet, I got no rhythm. Don't want anything to pretend. Careless whisper. Careless whisper. Somebody who is careless. Somebody who is careless with secrets. Somebody who carelessly made secrets. And whisper. Chasing thrills, excitement, good time. Someone who got into this situation because they were chasing thrills. They thought it was all fun and games, I guess. Until they realized, not today, it ain't fun and games.
The number 5.
I'm upset. I'm avoiding this conversation. I'm hurt. The number 5 could be significant. Oh, shoot. Divine femme. Hey, hon. Hey, boo. Look at you. Looking all... it just looks relaxing. Divine femme. The hell? What happened, Divine femme? What is going on here? How do you play into all this? Huh? How does Divine Feminine play into all this, please? An unexpected outcome. Things didn't go the way I planned. Hope. I haven't given up on us yet. Huh. This was in reverse though when it came. So maybe I just keep it the way it came out. I think this Divine Feminine knew exactly what was coming. And that's why she never gave up hope. I mean, if you're Divine Femme, you're the High Priestess. You probably know what's going on. Confusion. Yeah, it was an unexpected outcome maybe at first, but the confusion, she just remained, this Divine Feminine had a flood of hope come in that helped clear up some confusion about where she stood, about someone who's clinging on to her, obsessing and spying. It gave her clarity about someone who's a luster, who's a non-committal sexual energy, and who left her feeling heartbroken. Aww. Deeply hurt and sad. A breakup. A breakup, yeah. Someone who's, the situation has led to a breakup, a heart from a Divine Feminine. From a Divine Feminine. Let me see. What is this person saying to Divine Feminine right now? What does this person want to say to Divine Feminine? What does this person want to say to Divine Feminine? Thank you so much for being here with us. Please help us give a message out so that we can be of service to the collective, to bring a higher perspective. Thank you so much for being here with us. I'm having so much fun. Collective detective on the case. I don't want to lose you.
High levels of energy.
High levels of energy again. High levels of energy. That's the second time Spirit said that. Spirit, what do you mean by high levels of energy? Do you even see me that way? Do you even see me that way in reverse? Happiness is my priority in reverse. So someone sees you as their happiness. They don't want to lose you because they see you as their source of happiness. Happiness isn't something that this person knows how to attain or how to make a priority. Do you even see me that way in reverse? Suggests that this person feels that you have to see them that way. They have this I don't know. I don't want to say desperate. It's not desperate. It feels very obsessive. It feels like, honestly, what it feels like, and it makes me want to cry, honestly. Oh, so sad. It feels like somebody...
Black.
Yeah. Spirit said black. It feels like somebody who's in a really dark place who had a divine feminine in their life. And when you lose something divine and you get separated from it, versifier, versus when you have divine light in your life versus when you don't, versifier, it's a big gap. You feel the gap because that's the point. It's supposed to be, if you encounter divine being in your life, because it's very rare, there's only 144,000 of them that make it, that get to be part of it, that do the work to clear their field. If you get one in your life and you lose them, you will feel the difference of not having them in your life. You will feel it on a physical level. This person's in a dark place because they're feeling the loss. They're literally grieving the loss of a divine feminine in their life. And it feels really sad. Whew. So sorry, you guys. I'm a crier. I cry very easily. I can just feel the pain, you know? Like, I'm sure that this person didn't know this was going to happen. It feels like it was kind of like, you know, like Spirit said before here, an abuse of power. Look, light reversed. It said black. Yeah, this person's in a really dark place. I need time for me. Yeah, this person needs time to reflect. They need to look at their inner childhood wounds. It's time. Whatever happened because this person refuses to look at wounds that have not healed yet. If you don't look at those wounds from, even if they're really dark and really yucky, if you don't look at them, they consume you and they get bigger and bigger and they start to take over and you start operating in that energy. And it's what us oracles call devil energy because it trespasses on your soul. It gives intrusive thoughts and it puts you in a vibration that makes you susceptible to low acts. It's really sad, actually, and that's, I don't like it. It's not fun. I don't like channeling it, but someone needs to hear this, so someone needs to self-reflect. What happened here? Like, why did the divine feminine, why didn't they choose the divine feminine? Why did they lose divine feminine? Spirit, can you please tell me? Signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. Signs? They weren't looking at the signs. They weren't following their instincts or the messages from within, from inner divine. Why not? Why were they ignoring their intuition? Ah, that popped out. Listen and Cupid. Because they didn't know how to quiet their mind. They wouldn't listen. They wouldn't stay quiet to be receptive without worrying about the manifestation. And because they couldn't quiet their mind, they couldn't quiet their body. And they were not clear. So they didn't listen to their inner guidance. Absolutely, Spirit says. And they sent this person, Cupid, they sent them waves of love into the heart and mind, trying to awaken the love for themselves, to clear their decisions so they could accept and enjoy romance. The human experience. But they couldn't allow themselves to be spontaneous or celebrate love because they didn't realize its glorious aspects. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard in my life. Oh, you know, you'd be so surprised how many humans take it so seriously and they miss out on the human experience, just like Spirit said. See? The human experience, absolutely. Spirit always tells me it's supposed to be fun. Don't take it so seriously. Don't think about things that don't feel good so much. Ground yourself. Yeah, ground yourself. When you detach, this person was detached. They didn't have awareness of their body and their physical world. They became ungrounded, unpleasant. They floated in life. They're just floating. They didn't bring attention or work that was needed from the earth to help them balance their spiritual gifts and their material wealth so that they could enjoy fulfilling earthly life. Aww. They weren't grounded. They were just like a floating cork, just like aimlessly going without proper grounding between spiritual and material. Relationships. Their primary relationship
Randy,
wasn't with themselves. Could have possibly been with somebody named Randy, when it should have been with themselves and God. But they worried about every other relationship around them. They thought that by doing that it would attract, heal, or balance them if they found the perfect relationship. And they would be able to snuggle more closely with love. But they never found safety, and they never found love within. Daniel could be significant. So none of their relationships bloomed and prosper. So none of their relationships are bloom and prosper. They lack joy. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's a magical sense that everything's possible. Joy doesn't spring from appreciation because they don't know how to appreciate the moment. They don't view the moment as a gift to appreciate. They don't know that the magic of joy could allow them to attract what they want. Instead, they create and present themselves with moments of the future instead of being in the moment now. Oh, interesting. What else?
the number 6.
The number 6? Oh, number 6 again. 1, 2, 1, 2. There's 6. There's 6 geese. There's a gaggle of geese here that's 6. Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Let's keep going. Please tell us more about why this person lost the divine feminine. We know that they weren't looking at the signs that the divine was showing them. They weren't trusting their intuition about, and so they weren't listening, and they weren't grounding themselves, and Spirit kept trying to give them signs that they needed to do this. And so it made them sadistic because they were so much in their nightmare energy, because they focused too much on relationships outside of themselves, and they never ever stopped to listen and to look within. They were cultivating relationships outside of themselves, focusing on other people that they thought they could attract to heal them or balance them. But it ended up being fruitless. No joy was there. But why did they lose the feminine? Like, what did they do? What did they do to lose the feminine? The divine feminine. What did they do to lose the divine feminine? Acceptance. They didn't see divine feminine as an angel. They didn't look at her with unconditional love or acceptance. In this way, they were uninspired, and they weren't lifted up, and didn't think that divine feminine had potential. Acceptance. Huh. Why? She's divine feminine. Oh, probably doubtfully. Yeah, I doubted. Because Spirit says immigrant. They doubted divine feminine because of her skin tone? What? Let the past go. They had a burden of carting their past around. It made them weary. They didn't know how to set the burden down. They keep learning the lessons from it, but they don't learn how to love themselves, and so they can't leave the past behind. So they keep repeating cycles that are always showing them something they need to heal in their past. But they don't realize, they don't know what they want or need. And they don't realize that the past is gone. So something with their past that they can't let go of led them to, it feels like sabotage. They kind of self-sabotaged their relationship with the divine feminine inner child. Yes. Because of something in their past when they were a child that they can't let go of. They can't find compassion. They can't find compassion for themselves because they're too afraid to look at the little one that needs to be attended to, that needs to be looked at, because this person suffered a great trauma as a child. Oh. That is so sad. Oh, different deck. Which one? Spirit, please tell us, what did partying, what did they do to lose a divine femme? Partying. Too much partying, time with friends, having fun, living in the moment. Yeah, because this person was chasing thrills. They couldn't, because they weren't healing their inner child wounds, they started to turn sadistic because those inner child wounds started to take up space within them that was dark, because they weren't allowing light to be shed on the pain they went through, the traumas they went through. What traumas did this...
Follow her.
Okay, follow this. Okay, what did this person go through as a child that needs to heal? What did this person go through as a child that needs to heal? How can we help this person heal? A memory. Some kind of memory that could possibly they dwell on. Some kind of wedding rings in reverse. Some kind of union or marriage that wasn't everlasting love or devotion. Yeah, some kind of secret dishonesty. Memories of dishonesty, but something secret. Something with Catherine could be significant. Catherine, Alice, Daniel. So memories of dishonesty, secret dishonesty in a union or a marriage that was not a good marriage. A marriage that was full of pride and ego in the past. And seduction, third party temptations, hookups, attraction, and teasing in the past. This is childhood trauma. So maybe his parents. The golden mirror, narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided. His parents are narcissists. This union, oh, I mean, that's so sad. See, this union in reverse was narcissist. It was a karmic mother and father that raised him, probably some kind of trauma. What was the trauma? Some kind of mask, pretending. What were they pretending? That they had chemistry, that they were passionate about each other, that they were attracted to each other, that his parents, but they were replaceable. They didn't love each other. I don't think his parents loved each other, and so maybe there were lots of third parties, temptations, and hookups. Yeah, but not sad, but not many conversations about this. Why did they stay together if they were so unhappy? The runner. Fear of intimacy, running away, intensity, and letting go, turmoil, and fleeting. So this union was chaotic. It was always like, I mean, if you're a child and all you see is just constant chasing, it kind of reminds me of like the Roadrunner. It feels like this narcissistic couple maybe had a union that they didn't want to have, and they had to pretend that they loved each other, that there was attraction, but really they were uncertain about their connection. Why did they stay together then? Because of past influences, third parties, and peers. Because of outside influences. They didn't listen to what they wanted. They did what other people wanted them to do. And they had children. Oh my god. You see, that's not... You shouldn't have children if you can't even stand each other. Time. Missed opportunities in reverse. Curse in reverse. Hex, witchcraft, negative mind. Self-love in reverse. What? A hex or a curse in the past done in secret to make someone miss opportunities and stop self-love? What in the world? Family. Because of pregnancy. Oh, shit. Oh my, oh my god, that's messed up. Wow, okay. So this is what I think happened. This person lost a divine feminine because they're a narcissist, because their parents were narcissists, and their parents, this man's parents, or I don't know if it's a man or woman, but they lost a divine feminine because of lusting. They're non-committal, just like the father up here is non-committal, the runner. But these are all in the past. That's how I know it's this person's parents, because they're all reversed. So they're telling me about the past, about how this person got this way. I don't think that this couple even wanted to be together. I think that they were young, dumb, full of humdrum, and they were partying, and maybe they had a chemistry, or I think they were pretending to have, or maybe they were mirroring each other. They're both narcissists, so they could have been mirroring each other, but it wasn't a true connection. But outside influences and possibly a pregnancy force them to have to put on a mask and pretend. And both of them ended up missing opportunities because they ended up being in a marriage that they didn't actually want to be in. And I think this could be negative mindset, but it could have left them in resentment because they missed opportunities because they didn't choose for themselves. They chose, it wasn't the right time, and they tried to make it work anyway, only because they got pregnant. But they only got married because they got pregnant. And it was probably this person, so they didn't even technically plan for the baby. Hammer, sabotage, I told you. They were trying to make it work. They were trying to, that's just what you did back in the day. Oh, you're pregnant? Oh, okay, let's just get married. Might as well. It's like, okay, well, you don't have to get married, like that's not like some rule written in the universe that's like says, oh, you're pregnant, now let's get married, even though we hate each other. Because these people do not like each other. They aren't compatible. They don't even like each other. They're pretending. They pretend. But because of this, it led them to resentment and negative mindset. And now neither of them love themselves because they're both in a loveless, toxic family dynamic. Damn. Please tell me more about the parents and how this affected the child that lost the divine feminine. Please tell me more about these parents that affected this person who lost the divine feminine. Please help us learn what contributed to this person losing divine feminine. Thank you so much for being with us. I love you so much. A Hierophant in reverse. Challenging tradition, unconventional lifestyles, relationships, reversed roles, non-conformity. Ten of Wands reversed. Insurmountable problems, flogging a dead horse, duty bound, resigned to fate, wanting excessive control of other people's lives. So this mother in this person's parents, the mother is a Hierophant in reverse and a Ten of Wands in reverse. Someone who's very overbearing and challenging and very headstrong in their beliefs, and like they are probably flog a dead horse, like they beat a dead horse. They say things repetitively. They need excessive control of other people. They can't let things be resigned to fate. They have to try to control everything. They make more problems that don't need to be, but they make insurmountable problems for themselves. Six of Cups. Returning to one's roots. Yeah, this person needs to heal past childhood trauma so they can regain memories of the past, of their innocence, of their creativity, because they're missing their simplicity. Their innocence has been stolen. What? Whoa. I have Hermit in reverse and King of Cups in reverse. So I think this is the father. So the father comes across as trusted, a wealth of knowledge, caring, healing, good advice, someone who understands unconscious motivations, a man in touch with his emotional life. But then I have the Hermit in reverse. So I think that's what he portrays to people. And I think this Hierophant in reverse could be like some kind of child care or something. Like they take care of kids, or they pretend to be childlike or playful, but they're really the Hierophant in reverse. And this father appears to be emotionally intelligent, but he's really lonely and paranoid and in isolation, in antisocial and paralyzed by fear. What? What is going on with these parents? What's happening with these parents? Why are they like this? 7 of Wands, standing your ground. Standing up for standing up for your beliefs, fighting your corner. Attitudes. They have the attitude that they're right about everything, that they're territorial and assertive, and they think that anyone who opposes them is undermining them or challenging them, and they become defensive, and they fight up for what they believe in, even to their detriment. So 2 stubborn people that can't admit their own things but are headstrong. Yeah, they're blocked from, I have the Magician in reverse. They have attitude problems. They're blocked from creativity. They don't learn from their past mistakes. They feigned expertise, altar. Oh, that's funny. This is a Magician card and Spirit said altar. They're weak. They're always frustrated and indecisive. Didn't I say rediscovers decision? Did I say they're indecisive? Well, this is decisive. A stalemate, a truce, sitting on the fence. Difficult decisions, painful choices. Opposition, facing your fears. Being torn between 2 relationships. Divided loyalty. So this couple could have possibly used their son or their child as a way to fight in between them, like taking sides, like who's bless me. They could often use the child as a way to create opposition or a tear between the relationship, to divide loyalty, and that often would make the child feel very stressful, make the child feel like the child had to choose between 2 sides or make both sides happy all the time. Oh, that's sad. He has 2 narcissistic parents who probably are never happy no matter what this person does. Yeah, because Knight of Wands in reverse, because they're arrogant and reckless, and they're hyperactive. They're overly confident, loud, show-offs. They promise much but don't deliver. These people they're just fake people who have been pretending to be married and attracted to each other, but they're really not. They hate each other. And they've raised this child to be really non-committal and confrontational, and they party a lot, probably because of some kind of conflict. Yeah, always arguing, so many fights, disagreements and opposition, battles, aggression, clashing personalities, because these people don't belong together, possibly abuse, chaos. This person grew up in chaos. It was constantly aggression. This person is, you want a divine feminine, you can't keep a divine feminine being in the energy of conflict all the time. That's this family. See them just constantly in conflict because they never loved each other to begin with. This marriage was not made on love. Yeah, imbalance. I can't make it up. I'm sorry. I got spirit stuffies. Imbalance. Temperance in reverse. Self-indulgence.
Unlikely.
Excess clashing. Lack of perspective. Yeah. Because of the...
Unlikely.
And because... Not likely. Well, because they were both narcissists, this person's parents, and this child constantly grew up in conflict, probably always being torn between two sides to have to choose who they're loyal to, because both of these parents absolutely hated each other. And so it created a lack of perspective for this child where they're self-indulgent, imbalanced, and always in discord, and they're reckless, and they do things with hastiness. That's why they lost divine feminine. Yeah, that's why they lost the Queen of Pentacles, divine feminine, because she's about responsibility. You know, this person, their child, they raised a child to be discordant, reckless, endangerment to themselves and other people. Someone who's not good with business, someone who's not good with money. They really didn't raise a balanced person because they were not balanced. These parents were both narcissists who got married probably a long time ago because the girl got pregnant. They were young, they were still partying. Outside influences from the past made them feel like they had to get married, but it was bittersweet. They were not compatible. She could have possibly just married him because, or maybe she got pregnant because she saw him as wealthy. She's a gold digger. She did it to escape, to find some kind of freedom. Maybe in her situation, she wasn't in the Wheel of Fortune. She wasn't in the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. She saw this as a way to get out of her situation, to escape, a solution, an option to take control, because, you know, we read before that she needs control of everything because she's a narcissist. So what she did was pudgiest. She found a man who was maybe pudgy at the time, insecure, also a narcissist. She decided to get pregnant. She probably said, I'm on birth control, don't worry. And she got pregnant on purpose to trap him because she wanted to escape her bad luck. She wanted his 9 of Pentacles because she's a gold digger. So she got pregnant. That's the energy she made this baby in. Do you know how sad it makes me that someone made a baby in the energy of, I'm going to make this baby to keep this man for his money? You do not make children. You don't become a portal of life so you can keep a man for his money. That's not a reason to bring a child in this world. Look what you did to him. And it's not this child's fault that they had to grow up in a discordant house that was full of abuse and neglect and rivalry, competition, conflict. That's all this child saw. No wonder they couldn't keep a divine feminine. Yeah, love. There was no love in this relationship. Love is supposed to be harmonious, compatible.
Race.
Yeah, they were constantly in a race and a competition with each other in front of the kids, constantly breaking each other's hearts, screaming at each other, saying horrible things to each other. No wonder that this person grew up like that. That is not how you create a child. The mother thought that having a child would somehow end their bad luck and upheaval, some external forces they were going through, a disruption, an unwelcome change, something that was a setback. They were looking for someone to create a partnership with on purpose, someone who was wealthy, because they wanted a new beginning with them, and that's why they got pregnant. But what happened? They saw an emperor. They thought that this emperor had stability, authority.
There are many spirits here.
So what did they do to this child besides fight? Oh my gosh, look at this. Torture. Torture for the child. A victim, a witness, a torturer, an informer. What? They were swindlers also. They were perpetrators of and swindlers. The husband who didn't love the woman, who overindulged in perhaps torture of some kind on the child, swindled something or exposed. Zachary could be significant in this current lifetime. What did he do to this child that was torture? How did he torture? How did he torture this man as a child? Fire disaster. Some kind of explosion? Some kind of explosion. Mental illness. Tortured him with his mental illness? What's his mental illness? What was this father's mental illness that he used to torture and swindle his child with? How did this father torture the child? What was the explosion? What was the explosion? Let me use different cards. Okay. What was the explosion? This child? These parents? What was the torture? Thank you so much, Spirit, for being with us. Stubbornness. He was tortured with stubbornness. Selfness. Mutish attitude. Arrogance. Kind of feels like maybe the father was in competition with the son, and it raised a certain amount of stubbornness within the father. A rejection. The father rejected the son because, oh my god, that's fucked up, man. The father rejected the son because he didn't even want the son to begin with, because these parents got married when they shouldn't have gotten married, because the wife purposely got herself pregnant to gain for her own profits. She's a gold digger, but she wasn't triumphant. She didn't get success, victory, or achievement because she's not a good parent, because she shouldn't have had kids. It wasn't a triumph for her because she didn't want kids to begin with. She wasn't somebody who... She's a Hierophant in reverse. She's not somebody who should have kids. A Hierophant in reverse is not a divine feminine. They are not someone who should have children. They're not into it. But she thought that it would be a triumph, that it would be easy, but they ended up messing their kids up, is what I'm getting, emotionally, because they were both narcissists and they didn't love each other, and and this father didn't love the child because he never wanted a child to begin with, because he didn't love this woman.
Insert.
Oh yeah, insert, Spirit said, insert foot and mouth, because it was clearly a situationship. They were partying together, and clearly they were just, having fun together and being reckless and being narcissists, being on top of the world. They, this woman saw this man as money, and it was no accident. It was no accident that she got pregnant by him. prisoner. She did it to make him a prisoner because she didn't want to let him go, because she saw him as indulgence, as living the high life, that she would see him at, that he would take care of her if she got pregnant. Without reservation. It was in reverse. Without reservations, because she knew that maybe he's one of those traditional guys. Third wheel in reverse. She must have been a third wheel. Maybe she was a mistress or something. Maybe he was married already, or look, commitment. He was already committed to somebody. She was the third wheel. She decided to make her... Oh, Spirit says incorrect. Or maybe this woman had another person they were with. I don't know. Someone was trying to bind someone to them to create satisfaction. Yeah, this man's parents, his mother's a gold digger. His father only married her because she got herself pregnant. She made sure of that. They never loved each other. He grew up seeing them constantly fight. The father rejected him because he didn't even want him in the first place.
Male good.
Male good. And he possibly could be gay, the father. Look, male good. That's what Spirit said. He could possibly like males. A coach. Obedience, knowledge, advice. Maybe someone coached male good. What does that mean, Spirit? What happened to this? What else happened to... Let me see. Coach. Maybe this man was a coach, or a coach of a football team or something, or maybe even a cook or something. Someone professional. Someone... Rebecca could be significant. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being here with us. Please tell us more about these parents and what they did. Conflict. Yeah, it was constantly conflict. Change, instability. Family hates you. Yeah, they hate each other. They don't even like each other. They hate being around each other. They live a secret double life. So they have one mask. Remember the mask card? One mask they show to the people, but behind closed doors they live a totally different life. Lessons and devils, necessary devils. So these parents were karmic, but if he had a chance to be with the divine feminine, chances are that he had a chance to break some cycles, but it doesn't look like he broke them, because he obviously lost the divine feminine. Your mother spread rumors and lies about you. Yeah, this person's mother lies and spreads rumors about him to people. Wow. Because she's karmic. She's a narcissist. She has mental illness. They talk shit and spread rumors about you again. Yeah, they talk shit and spread rumors about people. Someone's a teacher. Didn't I say there's kids in this picture? Someone's probably a teacher. This mother's a teacher. Don't feel guilty about letting them go. Yeah, this man might have to let his parents go because they're so toxic. They literally ruined his son's life by their toxic behaviors. Don't think of them as human. They are devils. Yeah, they're too far gone. These two parents are so far gone in their lives about themselves. They don't even know who they are. They're completely ruined their son's life by not taking accountability for their own emotions. And carpet, Spirit says, by walking all over him like he's a carpet, he never got to have an identity or a way to learn about his emotions. That's why he's partying. He's non-committal. He's supposed to be a curse breaker. Didn't I tell you that? But it was in reverse. He didn't break the curse of his parents, his karmic parents. Divine Feminine came into his life to help him break the curse of his own generational lineage, but he couldn't do it. Why couldn't he do it? Why couldn't he do it with Divine Femme? Why couldn't he break the curse with Divine Femme? What stopped him from breaking the curse with Divine Femme? You overgive without balance, because he was brought up to be the mediator between these two parents, to have to please both of them, because these parents did not give a shit about this child. This child was created not in love, but in devil energy for money. This was a devil child that was not made in love, and it was not raised in love. No wonder that he lost the Divine Feminine, because he overgives to everyone outside of himself and doesn't know how to balance. He doesn't know, because he's always trying to make everyone else happy. In his own home. He was constantly being torn between two sides, between two people who rejected him constantly, because he's just a constant reminder of how they had to be together, to be stuck together, because they don't love each other. You know, that's why we've been learning with Spirit that you got to go by how you feel when you're with somebody. Just because you're having fun with someone in the moment doesn't mean that they're right for you. They could be completely wrong for you. You are in the midst of a spiritual awakening. Oh, wow. So whatever happened here is definitely catapulting the people involved into a spiritual awakening about themselves. They could have possibly stole money from this man who threw away a Divine Feminine. They could have possibly, you've been hacked. Could have possibly hacked because they need control at all times, because they're narcissists. They probably control this son's life because they're bitter, because this son has a potential to live a life they never got to live. So they make sure to hold him back all the time, because they're jealous of him. They're jealous of their own son, in competition with him all the time. Wow, that's weird. Sexual trauma. Oh my gosh. Sexual trauma. Oh my gosh. This boy could have possibly been SA'd, have sexual trauma from his parents that he hasn't resolved yet, that is messing up his life. He needs to cut cords. Sometimes your parents, just because they're your parents, doesn't mean that they're for you. When you have karmic parents, or karmic any relationship, it keeps you tied down. It keeps you in that energy where you can't ever expand yourself, because you're constantly being around people who don't want you to succeed. They don't want anyone to succeed, because they hate themselves. They're always in competition with each other. I will win. It's always about winning. They don't realize that how awful they are. And this son or child has been feeling like they're obligated to stay with them, because his narcissistic parents have controlled him for so long. He has no identity, and they probably controlled him through some kind of sexual trauma, and it's time for him to cut cords, or them, him, her, to go out and rent your own house. Someone went to a spiritual advisor about you. So one of these parents could have went to a spiritual advisor about their own son. Why? That's like invasive. You can't do that. Not without their permission. I knew too much. I had to go. Male energy. So something about knowing too much. This son knew too much about some kind of altercation that broke out. Something, number one, with one other person, an altercation broke out, because they're jealous, envious family. And they blackmailed him. They blackmailed him somehow because they're jealous of him. Stable like a timetable. They blackmailed him to get some kind of stability in the situation. Why would his parents blackmail him? For him to be grateful about something that was expected for him to do. We support you and you are loved. So they're always holding over this person's head their expectations of what they expect them to be grateful for, and it's like their love is conditional. I'll love you if you do this, if what you do what's expected of you, if you're obedient. That's a narcissist for you. When bar room, possibly alcohol could be involved. Face the music, has weird addictions. Leave them out in the cold. Yeah, Spirit's saying that this person needs to leave their parents, because their parents is what's bringing them down. You need betrayal to create balance. So this person's going to be going through a spiritual awakening, and they're going to be finding out that their parents have lied to them, stole from them, have betrayed them, aren't even happy. The father could possibly be gay. There's sexual trauma that needs to be looked at. This person needs to get away from their parents, because their parents are never going to admit all the damage they've done, because they're narcissists. Tell your mother it's time for her to return to the pits of hell, because it's a toxic family dynamic. Spirit, please, let's clean this up and finish off. Let's talk. Hey, don't come in yet, okay? I don't want the door to fall on you. Give me 1 second. Let's close out this toxic family dynamic. Bravado, thank you. Clearly this family has got to go. You got to cut cords with anything that doesn't want your highest good. This person's family is completely jealous and envious of them, and purposely goes out of their way to ruin their life to keep them controlled. And to the community, they look like they're perfect members of society, like a perfect family, but really they could have a lot of secrets. Yeah, look, trust in reverse. This family can't be trusted. This family is full of secrets, and they cannot be trusted at all. This son cannot trust their family to do what's good for them. Serenity. He'll never find peace or serenity in this family, because this family doesn't know how to operate in that. This family doesn't know how to operate in serenity, because they can't be trusted. The balance is off. They need balance. They need balance between each sphere of their life. They need to be the master of their daily life, and they don't take time to nourish their spiritual or physical well-being. They don't bring love to their world, and they don't fulfill the needs of their body and soul. What's your suggestion for this child of these parents, this grown-up man now who's not doing so well? Courage in reverse. He needs to have the courage, they need to have the courage to understand what energy is, because as long as they stay in this toxic family dynamic, they will emanate the energy that they're predominantly around. They have to surround themselves with the energy that they want to feel. If they want to feel good, then they have to be around energy that feels good. This family dynamic will never ever reach serenity, because they're too far gone in their toxic dynamic. They're too far gone. I mean, maybe they can try, but honestly, I don't know.
Blind.
Blind, yeah, they're blind. They don't see. You need to reach out to resources for help. You need to understand that being karmic is a choice. These parents are choosing to be this way. Who needs enemies when you have friends? Your own family. Spirit is suggesting that you break away, that you have the courage to understand that just because they're your family does not mean they have your best interest. And it's in your best interest if you want to expand yourself and get out of this dark hole you're in that feels so bad, honey. If you want to emanate a divine energy, then you have to be around things that make you feel good. This family dynamic, they don't even love each other. They made you, this mother made you for money. She's a prostitute. I mean, I don't mean to be mean, but I mean, she literally got herself pregnant on purpose because she was in a tough situation with something and needed to get out of it to escape. And she saw this man as Daddy Warbucks, and he's possibly gay. He's not even, he hates his life. She hates her life. They had a child that they hate. They did horrible things to the child because they hated the child and resented it. And now the child's grown up a man and he's heartbroken, in confusion, is in this lustful energy, is clingy, obsessive, non-committal. He's confused. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. This is why you don't have children to keep a man. You don't do that. You don't have children to become rich or have money or stability. That's not what you have children for. Children are a gift, and you really shouldn't be having children if you're 7 children, if you're a Hierophant in reverse. That is not a nurturing. You don't even like children, and that's fine. Just don't have them. So not only did you have a child you didn't want, you had a child and you're not even good at being a mom. You don't even like it. So this poor child had to grow up abused, neglected, and grow up that way and not even know what the fuck. Comes across divine feminine, and he's like, what do? I ruin it. Because I don't even know what this feels like, what unconditional love feels like, because my parents are narcissists, abusers. Makes me upset. You make a child because you love each other. She could have possibly even used magic to keep this man. Put a magic love spell on him so he wouldn't leave her. Possibly, I'm just saying. Anyway, good luck to you. Just have a little courage. Just remember, it's all a choice. You can change your mind and change your decision, and life will go on, and you can be happy. You don't have to make everyone else happy, especially these people. You have no obligation to these people. They didn't even bring you in this world with love. And they expect you to stick around with them? Shallow, if you ask me. That's a narcissist for you. Honey, you need to look for resources so you can sort out any mental illness that may have developed or imbalances that may have developed because of your parents that are stopping you from receiving divine love. I hope this helps. Love you. Bye.